Welcome back for part 3. Wow, this is really exciting. What a party God threw for his son. So, how long does this party last?
Oh, this is awesome. The party lasted 8 days. 8 full days of partying all day and all night. As a matter of fact, what happened, because there were so many Jews in Jerusalem, like I said, Josephus, a historian, said over 2.5 million Jews from all around the countries around Israel would come for these feasts. And so there would literally be like thousands of these little sukkahs, is what they were called, little temporary huts that they would build, and they would stay in the huts. So all over the Mount of Olives, all over Jerusalem, there'd be thousands of these little man-made sukkahs built that people would be sleeping in for the 8 days. And what's amazing is in John 1:14, it says, "The Word of God was made flesh and dwelt among us." The word dwelt there in the Greek, if you look it up, it's Strong's number 4637. It means skenu, and it literally means to tent or to tabernacle. So it says the Word was made flesh and tabernacled among us on the Feast of Tabernacles, just as God did in the tabernacle of old. And when did they begin to build Moses' tabernacle? On the Feast of Tabernacles. You'll find that in the book of Exodus. And what's amazing to me also is in Luke chapter 2, verse 6 and 7. It says, "And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger." And it says, because there was no room in the inn. Now, why was there no room in the inn? Because there were 2.5 million people in Jerusalem. And that's why there was no room in the inn. Anyway, they were all staying in sukkahs. Now, the other thing I want to bring out, it says they wrapped him in swaddling clothes. During this time, they would have these big lampstands. There was 4 of them in the temple. And guess what they used for wicks? They used worn-out priestly garments for wicks. And if you look up the word swaddling clothes in the Greek, it's Strong's number 4683, and it means to wrap with strips. So what do we find? Yeshua, during the Feast of Tabernacles, was wrapped literally in priestly garments. If you do remember, his relatives were priests. Finally, what else do we see here? In Luke 2, verse 21. It says, "When 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Yeshua, which was so named of the angel before he was conceived in the womb." Now we remember the Feast of Tabernacles is 8 days long. And it so happens if he was born on the first day of the Feast of Tabernacles, on the 8th day, where is he? He's in the temple, shedding his blood, confirming the covenant to Abraham. Isn't that phenomenal? Only God could arrange that kind of timing. Thank you.